some deer just bounding through the field over there. What a beautiful sight. Oh. Anyway, yeah. Alright guys, and welcome back to the channel. And a welcome to my first video from the Snaizeholme Red Squirrel Trail. Third time of asking, but I'm getting there. Now, I'm doing the long uphill walk in the bright sun. Whew. Now, if you park at the road, there's a tiny little lay-by that can probably accommodate 2 cars. And it's hell of a walk up here from there. Now, there are 2 parking spots that you can book for a morning session or an afternoon session. I think it was 9 till 1, 1 till 5. At £5 for one of those sessions. Now, the issue is, there's only 2 parking spots there. So, because I wasn't 100% certain with the issues with my car, I didn't book one. And also as well, 9 till 1, 1 till 5, it's no good for me at all. It's now 11:15. So, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to come at 1 o'clock and miss the sunset. However, I am actually here later than I wanted to be. So I might not be out for sunset tonight. I'm just going to stop for a minute and take a breather. Now, the reason I say that is because it's all dependent on how busy it is down here. If there's a lot of red squirrels, I'm going to be staying and photographing them. If it's not that busy and there's only 1 or 2 dotting around, or any at all, oh, none at all I should say, then I'll be going off to somewhere to do some sunset photography. So yeah, apologies about the voice. As you would have seen if you watched last week's video, I've got a cold, and obviously this walking's drying my throat out. So I'm a bit croaky, but yeah. Anyway, this week's video, I actually want to talk about how I'm getting on with the Sigma 150 to 600. Now, coming here, ironically, was one of the reasons I actually bought it. You know I love me squirrels. So yeah, but we'll talk about that lens more in one moment. It's not going to be a lens review. How good is it? Because I'm not techie enough, nor nerdy enough to understand what all the different elements in the lens and stuff are. This is genuinely a hands-on usage thing. So, right. I think I'm near the entrance. Let's crack on. So, on the lookout for red squirrels already, because this is actually the 3rd visit I've had down here. First time, Mrs. S and I came down, and we were just on a holiday in the area. Actually went to Cotter Force, saw a red squirrel in nature, as opposed to in somewhere like this, and went, yeah, let's do it. Came down here, saw loads of red squirrels. There was another bunch of photographers down here, which was brilliant, and I got some shots off. Unfortunately, I only had the 70 to 200. The second time we came down here, I believe was March 2022. It was Layla's first holiday. We said we'd pop down here for an afternoon again, just to come and see some red squirrels. I say, love me squirrels. And yeah, the place had been absolutely decimated following storms. Trees down all over in one part, and yeah, it was devastating. It was devastating. But there was, sorry, hang on. See if I can clear my throat a bit. No, that didn't help. We did see a couple of red squirrels down here, but not as many as we did the first time. But yeah, so tell you what, it's a glorious day today as well, so I'm really hoping some are out. But it is just a case of keeping your eyes peeled, especially in these first stages. Now, one of the areas that I've just walked past was where the photographers were the first time we came down here, and they were bagging loads of shots. The squirrels were coming quite close to them. It was fantastic. But it's been decimated by those storms, which is a real shame. So, anyway, the Sigma 150 at 600 DN-DG. Now, I bought this lens as a 40th present to myself. Ooh, this is boggy. Really boggy. So I'm just going to stop for a minute. And one of the reasons I bought that is obviously, as I say, for doing more wildlife photography. Now, I did only buy it in August, and it's predominantly been used for photographing Mrs. S doing her skydiving. So far, it's actually been out 3 occasions prior to today. And that was Bempton Cliffs, my squirrels, and Gigram Farm as well, which was the first attempt at any form of bird photography that I'd ever done, and any form of wildlife photography that wasn't my squirrels. So it's not had as much use as I would like, but it is one of the reasons I bought it, was to fill the gap where I get up to do a sunrise, I wait and do a sunset. There's always a gap in the middle. Now, I'm not saying that's all it's going to be used for, because early morning light and stuff can be brilliant for wildlife photography. But yeah, so that's what I've bought it for, what I've used it for so far. We'll come back and talk about how I'm finding it once I've made my way through this boggy section. I just genuinely nearly stood on a red squirrel. It must have only been about 4 foot in front of me. I was just walking forward, blinded by this sun. And yeah, it wasn't until I got that close to it and it moved a little bit that I realised what it was. And then unfortunately I put my bag down and it darted off into the trees and stuff and I missed it. So they're definitely out and about. Let's hope we see some more. Okay, so let's talk about the lens. Now, I'm going to start with the build quality of the lens. It's solid, absolutely solid. It also comes with its built-in tripod foot. Now, the problem with that... Oh, you little... Okay, so let's just try that again and hopefully not get interrupted by a red squirrel this time. Unfortunately, I saw it running towards us, and then literally just as I lifted the lens up, it dashed away again. Anyway, the build quality, as I say, built like a tank. It's absolutely solid. Also comes with the built-in tripod foot as well. The downside is it's not detachable. So unfortunately, it's a hefty tripod foot, but you can't remove it, so it adds to the weight constantly. Lens hood is fantastic. You have to screw it onto the front of it. But yeah, I really cannot fault the build quality at all. It feels solid. It feels sturdy. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for that one. Dude. Oh, shit me. Oh, you got it. Okay. Excuse me, buddy. How many do you want? Can you get that one in? Got it? I know. Come on, pumpkin. And you're coming over, aren't you? Oh, hang on. Hang on. That's all I've got. No, that's all I've got. That's it. Well, I didn't get a chance to do any on-camera work while I was there because I was getting mobbed by squirrels. Now, one of the key things I wanted to do was I wanted to get a picture, a portrait shot. And I'm not sure I did. Where a squirrel hasn't already got a peanut in its gob. That's a shame. Now, yeah, that was one of my favourite experiences of my whole life. You know what I'm like with squirrels. Another one up there. They're all coming out now. Yeah, you know what I'm like with squirrels. Well, red squirrels were top of my list to get a decent photo of. And in the end, I've had them sat on my knee. I had one on my head at one point. I've had them on my shoulder, at my arm. Yeah. I made some new friends today, let's put it that way. You'll probably have seen from the B-roll. So, yeah, I haven't actually discussed anything to do with this lens. Now, let's talk about image quality. The image quality of the Sigma 150 600 is fantastic. Probably between 200 and 500. Phenomenal. From 500 to 600 is a little bit on the hit and miss side, and probably 150 to 200 is also a little bit hit and miss as well. But you still get a lot of good, very good results from 500 to 600. I've had some fantastic results from, flies, Mrs. S doing her skydiving. I've had some good results from my squirrels. I was really pleased with some of the bird portraits from Bempton Cliffs as well. So, yeah, image quality, I can definitely give it a massive thumbs up because, yeah, it's, sorry, I've been laying down on the ground. Jacket's a bit muddy and I actually think I lay in pheasant poop at one point. But yeah, image quality, phenomenal. I'm really very pleased with the sharpness of the lens and stuff. So yeah, good marks for that again. Really good marks. Now, how am I finding the other elements of the lens? Autofocus, nice and quick, nice and sharp. Beautiful lens. Beautiful focusing system in there as well. Rapid, but it's what you would expect from one of the sport lenses as well. I think, if I'm totally honest with you, What lets the lens down is the camera that I've got it on, because obviously the A7R4 isn't designed for wildlife, sports, things like that, but it's more of a make-do. But it is fantastic at focusing. So we've touched on build quality, the focus, and the image quality as well, and what it's producing, the sharp reliability. I suppose the sharpness more ties in as well with the focusing rather than the image quality. I've had no issues with colour and stuff like that as well. Absolutely fantastic. There's more red squirrels out. I'm having a staring match with a red squirrel. No, he's probably a little bit more timid. I wanted to see if I could move a little bit closer and see if he'd actually let me get my camera out. Wow, he's a chunker. Either he's stashed well up for winter, or it's a she, and she's about to have a litter of kits. But there's another one down the pathway. Yeah. Oh man, I love this place. Sorry, it's just scurrying around in there. Yeah, I couldn't get a decent pitch through there, I don't think. Anyway, sorry, I'm distracting. And but yeah, okay, so let's just give a general overall, because I'm going to walk back to the car now. I'm getting chilly. Might actually make it out for sunset. It's not even 2:30 yet. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm very happy with the lens overall. I think the lens is fantastic, and I couldn't have asked for anything better, if I'm totally honest with you. For my first lens into wildlife and action photography and stuff, the versatility, the image quality, everything about it, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful lens. So yeah, there we go. And yeah, my little experience down the Red Squirrel Trail as well has been, what a memory to have. So anyway, yeah, if you've liked this video, it's going to be a bit bitty and a bit random. Give us the old thumbs up, drop some subscribes from down the bottom as well. Stay tuned for more coming from the Yorkshire Dales. And yeah, this is my account. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.